Welcome back, everybody. Matt and Brad here. Hope you're having a good weekend or week. So, I think it was about a week and a half ago, we found out that another studio has picked up the rights to the studio that had Tomb Raider. The popular video game. They've been making some movies. From all the way back in the early 2000s, we had Angelina Jolie play Lara Croft, and the title of the game, the Tomb Raider, but the character's name is Lara Croft. She did two Tomb Raider movies, one in 2001 and one in 2003. Then in 2018, they rebooted the Tomb Raider franchise, and we had Alicia Vikander playing Lara Croft. And from somebody, I've never played the games, so I can't go by the games to the movies, In the movie and not the game well. I can't be the judge of that because I have never played the game. But I always said that the movies, when the Angelina Jolie movies, I never thought they were really that good. Maybe the first one was pretty good. But overall, Angelina Jolie was great in the role, don't get me wrong. She looked the part, she could do all the action. But the story and the movies themselves did not live up to Angelina Jolie's potential. And then we got the 2018 version, Tomb Raider. And I actually like that one. I think that one was actually really good. It was very action-packed, adventure, some humor. Alicia Vikander looked right out of the video game, even more than Angelina Jolie. She put on the muscle, she did her own stunts. And I actually enjoyed that last Tomb Raider movie. And they were going to make a sequel. There was development, there was talks, there were directors hired, and then one director left, and they got another director. So I was like, okay, they're going to finally start making the sequel, and then the rights expired, and now another studio has picked up the rights to Tomb Raider. They're going to get another reboot of Tomb Raider probably in the next couple of years. Or who knows, they might be a lot further along than we know, and we could have another movie out by 2024. Because by then we would be 6 years since the last Tomb Raider movie. So with that, they're probably not going to bring back Alicia Vikander. Like I've said before in videos, when a studio decides, or another studio picks up a franchise, they're going to get rid of everything that came before and start fresh, new, which would mean a new actress playing the role of Lara Croft. Now, with that in mind, I said, you know what? This would be a great moment to do some fan casting of who could be the next Lara Croft. We went from Angelina Jolie to Alicia Vikander. Who's the next one? So, I have a list of actresses that I have picked based on their previous body of work. Some of them have done action movies, and I can say, okay, they can do the action. They have the right build, the right fit. They have the acting chops. I could see this actress playing this role. Once again, I don't know what the script will be like. I don't know what direction they're going to go in. They could have a completely different take on Lara Croft from what we've previously seen. I don't think you don't want to go too far away from the video game in terms of the actual, searching for something adventure style that it is. Indiana Jones, but female. So, let's get into it. Hailee Steinfeld. Hailee Steinfeld is one of the best young actresses working today. She came on the scene in 2010 with the remake of True Grit with Jeff Bridges. She got an Academy Award nomination for that movie. And ever since then, she's been on a roll from The Edge of 17 to her roles in the Pitch Perfect movies, to the Bumblebee movie she came out with a couple years ago. Even though I wasn't a huge fan of Hawkeye, the Marvel TV show, I thought Hailee Steinfeld did a great job in the role. And when we showed, at least in Hawkeye, she can do the physical stuff. She's a very good actress dramatically. She has the right body and the right build fit. And I think if you want to get someone who's young, like in her mid-20s, that can play the role for years and years to come, hopefully, I think Hailee Steinfeld would actually be an excellent choice for the next Lara Croft. My next choice is Gemma R. Arterton. I'm bad at pronouncing the name. People know her from like the Hansel and Gretel movie with Jeremy Renner. She did all the action in that movie. She was also in The Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal. She's been in a lot of movies. She's another one that has the right fit, the right build. She's done action. She was in Quantum of Solace, the second Daniel Craig James Bond movie. She also has that, sharp wit and sharp, a little bit of cockiness to her that she can do. And like that we see like in Hansel and Gretel, in Prince of Persia, she can do the physicality, the action stuff. There's another actor that still hasn't really broken out into a bigger name than I think she's capable of being. And taking on the role of Lara Croft could be that. So that's my second pick. My third pick is Kaya Scodelario. I know I mentioned this actress many times in previous fan casting for like Batman roles or Fantastic Four roles or any type of role. Hercules, whatever. But I think one thing you go back to her body of work, like the Maze Runner, especially the Maze Runner movies, action, adventure. She being the only female in that first movie. She pulled off all the stunts, all the action. She has the right look, the right physicality. She's a very good actor. She was also in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, or the last one. And then she did one of my favorite movies in 2019, Crawl, where she had to do a lot of physical work in that. And she basically carried that whole movie. It was just her and Barry Pepper, who played her father. Her father. And she carried that whole movie. So, she's another one like this. She tried the pirate thing. It didn't work out. She did the Maze Runner movies, but she wasn't the main actor. She was the main star of those movies. Being able to be cast as Lara Croft and being the front and center of that movie could be very good for her career moving forward. Another actress I have here is Camille Luddington. A lot of people know this actress as Jo on Grey's Anatomy. She's been on the show now for many years. And a lot of people don't know. If you look at this actress, you wouldn't be too wrong about the fact that, she actually looks like Lara Croft. Well, my lovely friends, guess what? Camille Luddington does the voice and the motion capture for the Tomb Raider video games. That's right. She's like Andy Serkis. But instead of, King Kong and Caesar and Gollum for movies, she's Tomb Raider for video games. So mainly if Andy Serkis can do all that motion capture and then move on to, being physically in the role, action, you know what I mean, like, in person, playing roles in, like, The Prestige, King Kong, 13 going on 30, then why can't we get Camille Luddington, who looks the part, has played the all done, and talking about physicality, she has done the motion capture work for the video game and the voice. So why not just take her, she's like in her mid-30s, take her and put her in the movie. Hey, here's another idea. Even if you don't make her in the actual Lara Croft, maybe put her in there as like a mentor, or like maybe Laura's mother. That way there's like that little Easter egg wink, oh, that's the actor that does all the motion capture work for Lara Croft. Now she's playing like Laura's mother in the movie. That would be fun. More like a thing, you give her the role. Hey, you know what? Just like a lot of people wanted Nathan Fillion to be, what is it? Nathan Drake? Or, Drake on, Uncharted. Well, here's your chance to get the actress who's done the video games to now be in the live-action movie. Oh no, I think that'd be interesting. And like I do like her on Grey's Anatomy. She's a likable character and done a great job. Handled dramatic moments, funny moments, and a little bit of a cocky side. I think she would be a great fit. And like this is someone who's already done the role. Naomi Scott. Now we know Naomi Scott from like Aladdin playing Jasmine. She was in the Power Rangers movie. She was in the recent rebooted Charlie's Angels movie. So she can do the action. You've seen in Power Rangers, seen in Charlie's Angels. She has the action chops. The physicality. She's young, she's still new. There's another actress kind of like Kaya Scodelario. Jumped on the Power Rangers franchise. They were supposed to make like 5 sequels. But since the movie didn't make as much money as they wanted to, they never moved forward with a sequel. Bummer, you like that first Power Rangers movie that they rebooted. We don't know what's going on with Aladdin 2 because of all the, Will Smith stuff. So we don't know what's going on with Aladdin 2. Charlie's Angels was supposed to be also spawn a new franchise or a new rebooted franchise. That didn't happen. So Naomi Scott would be a perfect candidate to play, Lara Croft. She has the action, she has the look, she has the physicality, she's pretty. From Angelina Jolie to Alicia Vikander. Why not Naomi Scott? But she's in her mid to late 20s, so she can do this role for another 10 or 12 years if she wanted to. And then finally on my list is more of an unknown, and you know how I like to go with more with unknowns, because A, it helps their career to start their career going. B, is not someone you know so much that you're like, oh, I've seen that actress and everything. You just I still see the actress rather than the character. And that is Monica Barboa. Monica Barboa is a new actress. We've seen her. Well, I think 99% of people on the planet, if you have seen Top Gun Maverick, have seen this actress. She's the only female other than Jennifer Connelly in the new Top Gun. She's one of the pilots from the Top Gun program. And I thought she was very good. She has broad humor. She has the look. She's in her mid to late 20s. And like I said, if you want someone who's, like I said, unknown, but at least has one major blockbuster on her resume now with Top Gun, why not? Go after someone who's unknown, but at least can say, hey, you know what? I was just in that Top Gun movie. It's made $1.4 billion. Yeah. You want me. You want me now. Like this, she has the look. Physically fit. Did a really good job in Top Gun. Young. Unknown. Perfect choice. Really, Alicia Vikander really wasn't that well known other than a couple movies, and one of them because she won the Academy Award. So, those are my picks for who I think can be the new Lara Croft. Let me know in the comments below who you would see as the new Lara Croft when they do the reboot.